Hi, welcome in. If you are here, you are stepping into your highest timeline, and I couldn't be more thrilled for you. So I'm just going to tap in, offer a channeling, and then pull some cards, and we'll go wherever the energy takes us. Tapping in now, Spirit, to the collective. Please bring forth any messages that the collective needs to know for their highest good. Remove me from this message. Bring through messages that would resonate with them and aid them on their journey on stepping into their highest timeline. What does the collective need to know? Getting a beach umbrella, a beach scene. You're relaxing at the beach, you've got your towel out, you're laying on your stomach, you've got the protection of the umbrella there. You're reading a book, totally relaxed in your beach day. You can feel the sun, the warm tropical weather. You're aware that this is awesome. Like, oh, you really needed this. And you have snacks, and you have drink, and you have your book. Like, you've got all the things that just make your little heart happy, and they're simple things. They're simple things, but they're just like, oh, does life get any better than this? And like, as you notice that, you roll over and you look out at this grand horizon. You look out at the ocean, you see the birds, you see the sun, you see kids playing. You like take a moment to take in the whole beach scene. And the thought that comes to your mind is, this exists. Like, this exists all the time. When I'm at work, when I am, in my house that might be 1,000 miles away from this beach, this exists all the time. Tomorrow there's new people here, and the next day there's new people here. And I could, if I wanted to, choose simple pleasures every day. Okay, so this message is a fun one, and I have thought this myself too. Like, when you go to a destination place and you think like, wow, this whole operation runs all the time, and I don't need to be here for it to run. But it also means that because it runs all the time, you have access to it. So, okay, you might not have access to the beach, that you can go to the beach anytime. But this message was coming through as something that's like, you prepared, you had snacks, you had water that like was just perfect because it was warm out. So you had something to quench your thirst. You had your book. You were so present, and it filled you up like completely. And it's free. It's a public beach, and you were really able to like sit and take it all in and sit back and be like, wow, this is what life's about, is more of these moments. How do I get more of these moments? I love that. Okay, let's pull some cards. The cards I'm getting for you today, Light Seers Tarot. Pretty popular deck, Light Seers Tarot deck. Okay, so maybe this is like, where can you work in some more simple pleasures? Things that are like completely magnificent that are free for us. This could even be like taking a drive, going on a road trip and not a day trip. And I don't know, if you're like me, you like just taking long drives and looking at the scenery and stuff. But those things, they don't cost really anything, right? But they can be so fulfilling. So where could you add in more, not just like, what I'm getting with this is it's not just fun, it's like relaxing. It's situations where you get to be at peace, and maybe situations where I'm hearing like, maybe it's like combating this idea of like, I need to earn this. Like, you know, we work and we get so many vacation days a year and we only get to do this once or twice a year. It's like combating that. Like, what if I could do this every single day? Or what if I could do this once a month? Or like, how can I work things in that feel like vacation every day? And I am getting that song, hey, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation, whatever song that is. So maybe that's a song too. It's like, maybe you're going to choose work that feels like going to the beach. I don't know, but that would be fun, right? That would be the ideal, right? Having your work feel like a day at the beach. What else do we have for this collective spirit? All right, I'm getting the King of Swords. Give me some clarification on the King of Swords here, Spirit. Okay, I'm getting the King of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So what I'm getting from this is the King of Swords generally like has all the clarity, has a lot of wisdom, stands up for what they believe in, is able to share their truth. But in this card specifically, I'm really getting, he's kind of like over being the King of Swords. Like, yeah, he's really good at like standing his ground and speaking his truth, working really hard, doing this life. Like, he's really good at the life he's built. Maybe he's really good at the work he does, or maybe he's really good at being a husband or being whatever he does in this life. But he's kind of like, is that it? Is that all there is? Like, where's the beach? Okay, where's all this like action and clarity gotten me? And in the Eight of Cups, I'm getting walking away, and I'm noticing she's walking towards, she's on a beach, right? And she's walking away. So this might be you walking away from life that seemed hard, where you've had a lot of responsibility. Maybe you've needed to be the king. Maybe you've needed to be the person that people rely on, that people look to, and they're like, wow, you do things so easy and you're so strong. And you're like, I kind of want to just go towards the sunset. So, and maybe you're just realizing, like, if I'm really a king, why can't I just choose that? Why can't I just do whatever I want to do, you know? And I get the Six of Cups, which this is a card of nostalgia. So maybe, you know, when things were easier, maybe this King of Swords is like, yeah, I built myself up and I created this life for myself where I need to, like, I'm good at what I do and I have a lot of responsibilities and people can rely on me. But it used to be easier. You know, I used to have less responsibilities, or I kind of want to go back to that feeling of when I was a kid and I could, you know, not have to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. And you're considering walking away from maybe all of that responsibility towards your beach, towards your easy life, right? Towards more things that make you feel like a kid, make you feel lighthearted. It's like getting back to the point, really considering, like, what do I want my life to look like? Like, great, I've built this whole life where there's a lot of stuff that I've done and it's really cool, But where is the moments where you're just like soaking life in? You're watching life happen. You're more of an observer than like in control and having to fight for everything that you have. And when you were a kid, like your parents just took care of you. A lot of things were made, decisions were made for you. And less responsibility, right? Even going to the beach, like somebody packed up your bag and your rashies and your sunscreen, right? And yes, like all of us, you've had to grow up and you've had to take on responsibility, but you might have taken this like way too seriously. Maybe you were even like parentified as a kid, which means that you felt like you had to take care of your siblings, or you were just like overly responsible as a kid. And it really created this trap, right? So this woman's actually free, but she's looking in a mirror where she sees herself trapped, all tied up. So maybe you're saying, yeah, we would love to spend more time at the beach. I'd love to go back to the way things were when I was a kid, but I don't see how that's possible for me. Like, this is all I see. But the truth is you are free. You are free to choose. There are ways to incorporate less responsibility into your life. And I'm really getting this, just try it. Just try it, because if you are stepping into your highest timeline, there are portions of you that you need to leave in the past. This masculine, get it done type energy, take no, I don't know what I'm trying to say, take no prisoners, or like whatever that is, like the King of Swords that you showed up with, it was all needed. Like, you needed to go through that. That was part of your spiritual journey, part of your boot camp, that you needed to like learn the depths of masculinity and even toxic masculinity, right? Where we're all like, we have to produce, we have to be responsible. And maybe we were chasing something, chasing a career, chasing the standard that society puts on us, whatever. And then we realize like that's a trap. And I have justice coming in for you. So we're really needing to balance out the scales now. So it's like, okay, what if you went as hard at finding peace, this isn't fun. This isn't the same message as like, go find a hobby and have fun. This is like letting go of responsibility. This is like what a beach day is. So yeah, a beach day can be fun, but a beach day is like, I have to do nothing. So some of those situations where you're like out with friends, able to talk, you go over to somebody's party. It's just like, I don't have to do anything. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up as myself, and somebody else is going to clean up. Somebody else is going to handle the invitations. Somebody else, I get to go to the beach. I get to enjoy it. There's nothing more I need to do. There's nothing expected of me. So how do we let go of some of the responsibility, and how do we create more of this, I don't have to do anything and I can just enjoy now? And what I'm hearing for you is like, don't just try. Like, if you are really this good, if you're really a king, then like take that level of responsibility at letting go of responsibility. And what I get is that that's your justice. So that's what's going to balance things out. Things cannot be balanced out. If you are waiting for your Four of Wands, which is like your graduation, your celebration, this free life that you get to step into, this is like you've made it, right? This is, you graduated, and I'm getting this right now as like you've awakened. You've jumped into your highest timeline. You've arrived. If you want that, the scales need to be balanced out, so you don't get to keep doing this and complaining about why this isn't here. Go figure it out. You've got to walk away. You've got to walk away from responsibility. Figure out what you can walk away from. What can you delegate? What are you thinking you're responsible for that you aren't? I mean, I've done this a million times. Oh, I have to do this. I mean, I know as a mom or a dad, this can happen a lot where you feel like you have to do something and it's like, no, you might be able to let them figure it out. Or maybe they can, take care of their own stuff or whatever to some extent, obviously. But I'm just saying there's a lot of things that you think you need to do that not really. Is it all going to fall apart if you don't do it? Like, what's the worst that will happen if you don't do it? Try a little experiment. And while you're doing that, go to the beach. Do things that are zero responsibility. Okay? I want to make it so clear that this is not go have fun. This is stop being so serious. Stop thinking that the whole world will fall apart if you don't do all the things. Okay? You're being asked to balance out. You're being asked to let go. Okay? And as you let go, you sit at the beach and you go, this is kind of nice. Okay, I'm going to do this like 3 times a day, or I'm going to figure out how I can work this in more. And before you know it, Spirit, the universe is going to be able to deliver to you this life that has all sorts of these things, because now you're living in the frequency of this beautiful life and you're able to graduate, but they need you to balance out the scales. You cannot be heavy on one side of responsibility and say, Spirit, whenever you want to take away this responsibility from me, please take it away. They're like, I didn't ask you to do all that. That's your programming. That's your limited beliefs. And again, it's not like against you, but we have to question our patterns. We have to question our beliefs, okay? 6 of Swords. So this is like, I see 8 of Cups and 6 of Swords very similarly. This is walking away from all that responsibility, letting it go. And 6 of Swords is you're in choppy water now. You are like, life right now feels friggin' choppy. It feels like, it might feel overwhelming. It might feel like drinking from a fire hose, or like there's a lot of stuff that you need to do. And you can't even imagine dropping one ball, because if they all drop, maybe you have some fear of that. And Spirit's saying, drop a ball. See what happens. See if things recalibrate to something that you go, oh, I guess I can drop a ball. Maybe I'll drop another. And when you do that, you go away from choppy waters to smooth waters. Okay, so this is you leaving that behind, but you have to practice. You have to see. She's like looking down in this card. She has the support of these, I'm going to call them ravens, maybe they're crows. So she's letting things go. She's got just a suitcase with her. She's done. She's drifting away from her responsibilities. And these ravens or your spirit team, your guides, are going to come in and pull you towards calmer waters. Like, all you have to do is set the intention of, I'm done with all of that heavy responsibility. I'm going towards calmer waters. And Spirit's like, about time. About freaking time. We've been watching you and we're tired. You want balance? We want balance for you. In fact, we want to give you more. We want to give you your dream life. We want to give you your celebration. We want to give you your ascension. We want to give you this big timeline shift that you want. And your timeline shift that you're going through right now, you want like out of this life and into a whole different life. Like, you could paint it up, but it looks very different. It's not a little tweak. It's a very different life, dream life that you want. Okay, so that takes some walking away. That's not just Spirit. It's not just you receiving. You have to take some action, okay? You are the King of Swords, though. So as much action as you put towards all that responsibility that you've done in the past, put towards choosing your new timeline, okay? And Spirit wants you to do that. So as soon as you start choosing, that path will get easier and easier. You'll see all the responsibility you can let go, and you'll see the next step you can take towards peace, the next step you can take towards easiness. Okay, this card is the Moon, which can be intuition, following your intuition. But I'm really getting from this card, look at her. She is like, okay, ultimate surrender. You might feel like you've been drowning, like I said, drinking from a fire hose, and that your current level of responsibility is not sustainable. Spirit's saying, let it go. And if you're so afraid of drowning, if that's the big fear, is that if I let one thing go, it'll all take me over. They're saying, let it go. Okay? And surrender. And instead of feeling like drowning, you're going to feel like ultimate peace. Wow, I'm looking up at the moon. Wow, I'm looking up and it's like all these things are getting done without me. And I'm free to like swim to my new beach. And then I get out of the ocean at my new beach and it's my new timeline. I had to let all that go. Because you know what you're doing when you engage in all the responsibilities of your old timeline? You're just like reiterating the pattern. You're in the pattern. You've got to pull a cog out of the, I don't know if a cog is a thing, pull a gear out and let everything find its way. And I get the Chariot, which is success and victory, fast movement forward. This is, you've won the game. You're so close. You're so close. All you need to do is, and this isn't just like a surrender message, like just let go and let Spirit. You are actively doing things that you don't need to be doing right now. That's what I'm getting from this. You are actively feeling still like you are trapped when you're not. And like you have to be the strong one, do the things. So let go of the things that you think you have to do right now. That's true surrender, not continuing to act in the old pattern and saying, okay, Spirit, I'm surrendered, so I'm going to keep doing all the same patterns I used to do, and I hope you hit me aside the head. That's not surrender. Surrender is, okay, none of this is getting done. You say that this isn't for me. My chakras, my system tells me that this is not working for me anymore. I'm going to walk away, which might just be a small thing, right? Like one small responsibility you choose not to take, one thing you choose not to do at work, sticking up for yourself and saying, nope, I'm actually leaving on time today. Okay? This is taking new action. This is the Page of Wands. And she's like, you know what? The new me wouldn't stay past 5 p.m. without getting paid. You know what? The new me would not, I don't know, clean the whole house or host Bible study or do all these things that like I don't even care about. The new me doesn't even know what she wants to do. What she knows is she doesn't want to do this. So she's going to take that action. I'm going towards me. I'm going towards what lights me up inside. And I'm going to learn. I'm like happy to learn on this new journey of like, what could life be like without these things? Who am I without my responsibilities? Who am I without holding everything together? And that's how you find your inner child. That's who you find the truth of who you are, because you aren't all the things you do. As much as we want to like make this huge list of like all these great works we've done, those aren't us. They're just cool things we've done. Maybe not so cool things we've done. So yeah, how can you step out and just be? I can't stay late for work today and I don't have a reason. I just can't do it. My body's saying I can't do it anymore. And for some reason, I believed I couldn't not do it, but I'm not going to do it anymore. Anything else for this collective, Spirit? I'm feeling like this is pretty much the message here, which is a good one. It's nuanced. It's not just go have fun. It's let go of responsibility. Your dream life, your graduation, your jump into the next ascension, your ascension, your jump into the next timeline is waiting for you, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, I get the devil. These are things we can't see or things that are happening subconsciously. So subconsciously, whether you know it or not, you are engaging in patterns that are keeping you stuck. And they're patterns that are bullshit. They're lies we tell ourselves that we have to do this for our worth, to be valuable to somebody else, to be a good mother, to be a good employee, to be a good spouse. But they're things that aren't aligned with us. We just do them to be a good something. But we wouldn't do them if we could choose. That's the devil saying you need to be a good thing. Don't you want to be a good employee? Don't you? What are you going to tell your? And under the devil, I get 6 of Pentacles, which is reciprocity. You engaging in these patterns is stealing your reciprocity. This is how life is supposed to feel. Give and take. You want balance. You want your justice. Well, Spirit wants to give it to you. Spirit wants to give it to you. But you need to figure out what patterns are keeping you working too hard. Okay? Because when you can put those patterns away, walk away from that shit, and you can see there's this like little fiery bowl here that she's walking away. So she took all the responsibility, she put it in a little bowl, she lit it on fire, and she's done with that. And now she only does things in this new life. She only does things that feel like there is reciprocity, that are fair, that when she gives to them, they give back to her. That she's going to find the balance that she needs. Okay? All right, that's the message. Go find things that bring you peace. The very first thing you're going to do is figure out something that brings you peace. I don't care, and it can be no cost, right? So like a walk, somewhere where you can be present, not where you sit there the whole time, realize, telling yourself that you shouldn't be there and that you could be doing other things. Really try to be present in a place that's like a natural wonder, a park, like whatever, something that you can be at peace, not something that you're trying to find fun, something that you sit there and you just enjoy it. Like I said, it might be going to a party, it might be going to church, where you just don't have any responsibilities. You can drop your kids off in the whatever room and listen to the sermon and just do more things that bring you peace. But the flip side of that is what's taking your peace from you, and what are the things that are fake news in your own head. They're responsibilities that you don't need anymore, because Spirit's really wanting you to lay those down so that you can just realize, oh, that was the old me, and I'm not bringing that into the new timeline. All right. The lighthouse can show you the shore, but you still need to steer the ship. If this was helpful for you, please like, share, subscribe, comment, share this with somebody that would help. I'm a new channel, so as much as we can do to get the word out to anybody that is also stepping into their highest timeline. And until next message.